Judy Garland was an American actress, singer, and vaudevillian, renowned for her contralto voice and her roles in both musical and dramatic performances. Born as Frances Ethel Gumm on June 10, 1922, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Garland began her career as a child performer in vaudeville alongside her sisters. Garland gained international fame for her role as Dorothy Gale in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. Her rendition of Over the Rainbow from the film became one of her signature songs and a part of American film history. Her performance in The Wizard of Oz earned her a special Juvenile Academy Award. Throughout her career, Garland starred in numerous films, including Meet Me in Street Louie, 1944, The Harvey Girls, 1946, and A Star is Born, 1954, which earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. She was known for her emotional performances and her ability to deeply connect with her roles and her audience. Garland's personal life, however, was marked by struggles. She faced challenges with drug and alcohol addiction and faced financial difficulties. Despite these struggles, her legacy as a performer remains significant, and she is remembered as one of the greatest female stars of classic American cinema. Judy Garland passed away on June 22, 1969, but her influence in the entertainment industry and her status as a cultural icon continue to endure. Judy Garland's early years were characterized by her emergence as a talented performer and a family of entertainers. Born Frances Ethel Gumm on June 10, 1922, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Garland was the youngest child of Ethel Marion and Francis Avant Frank Gumm. Her parents were vaudevillians who operated a movie theater that featured vaudeville acts. Judy was born into a family with a rich history in show business. Her parents were both vaudevillians, and they encouraged their daughter's involvement in the performing arts. Judy, along with her older sisters Mary Jane and Dorothy Virginia, formed a singing group known as the Gumm Sisters. They performed in their father's theater and at various vaudeville engagements. Judy's talent became evident from a very young age. She had a natural ability for singing and captivating audiences. Her first appearance on stage was at the age of 2.5, during a Christmas show at her father's theater, where she sang Jingle Bells. The Gumm Sisters toured the vaudeville circuit, and it was during this time that the sisters changed their last name to Garland, with Frances changing her first name to Judy. The name change was suggested by George Jessel during a performance in Chicago in 1934. Judy was only 12 years old at the time. Judy's family moved to California in the early 1930s with hopes of breaking into the film industry. After several minor roles, Judy was signed to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, as a teenager. This contract marked the beginning of her career as a film actress, which would soon catapult her to international fame. Garland's early work with MGM included short subjects and feature films. She gained attention for her performance in Pigskin Parade, 1936, and for her role in Broadway Melody of 1938, 1937, where she sang You Made Me Love You to a photograph of Clark Gable, showcasing her powerful voice and charming screen presence. Judy Garland's early years in the entertainment industry laid the foundation for her legendary career. Her transition from vaudeville to the silver screen was marked by her remarkable talent and her ability to captivate audiences with her voice and acting skills. These early experiences shaped her path to stardom, leading to her iconic role in The Wizard of Oz and beyond. Judy Garland's time at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, and her role in The Wizard of Oz represent a pivotal period in her career, establishing her as one of the most iconic figures in Hollywood. Signing with MGM, Garland was signed to MGM in 1935, when she was just 13 years old. The studio was impressed by her singing talent. Her early roles at MGM were minor, but they helped showcase her vocal abilities and acting skills. Initially, MGM struggled with how to best utilize Garland's talents, as she didn't fit the traditional mold of a child star or an adult actress. Despite this, she appeared in several films, gradually building her reputation as a talented performer. However, she also faced challenges, including issues related to her self-image, partly exacerbated by studio pressures and the demanding nature of the film industry. Garland's big break came with The Wizard of Oz 1939, in which she starred as Dorothy Gale. This role was a perfect fit for her, showcasing her singing and acting abilities. Her performance of Over the Rainbow, which became one of her signature songs, earned her a special Juvenile Academy Award. The film was a technical marvel for its time, especially noted for its use of Technicolor. Garland's portrayal of Dorothy received widespread acclaim and made her a household name. The Wizard of Oz is considered one of the greatest films in cinema history and has had a lasting cultural impact. Following The Wizard of Oz, Garland starred in several successful films for MGM, including Meet Me in Street Louie, 1944, where she introduced classics like The Trolley Song and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Her roles during this period showcased her growth as an actress and a singer. Despite her professional success, Garland faced personal struggles during her time at MGM. She dealt with issues related to her physical appearance, self-esteem, and the pressures of stardom. Garland's struggles with mental health and addiction began during these years, partly due to the demanding nature of her work and the studio system's treatment of young stars. Judy Garland's time at MGM, particularly her role in The Wizard of Oz, cemented her status as a film legend. Her performances during this period showcased her extraordinary talent and left a lasting impression on the entertainment industry. Despite the personal challenges she faced, Garland's legacy continues to influence performers and audiences around the world. During the decade from 1940 to 1950, Judy Garland established herself as one of Hollywood's foremost stars, appearing in a variety of successful films that showcased her talents as both an actress and a singer. This period was marked by both professional triumphs and personal challenges. Strike Up the Band, 1940, this film, co-starring Mickey Rooney, was one of the popular Andy Hardy series. It featured Garland and Rooney in their familiar formula of putting on a show to help out a friend or cause. The film was a hit and continued to solidify their status as a dynamic duo in Hollywood. Little Nellie Kelly, 1940, in this film, Garland played a dual role, showcasing her versatility as an actress. The movie also marked the first time she appeared in an adult role, signaling a transition in her career. Ziegfeld Girl, 1941, starring alongside Lana Turner and Hedy Lamarr, Garland showcased her talents in this lavish musical. The film was another step in her transition to more grown-up roles. Meet Me in Street Louie, 1944, this film, directed by Vincente Minnelli, whom Garland would later marry, is one of her most beloved movies. It featured classic songs like The Trolley Song and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. The film was a critical and commercial success and is considered one of the greatest musicals ever made. The Clock, 1945, this was Garland's first non-musical film and demonstrated her ability to handle dramatic roles. Directed again by Minnelli, it was a romantic drama about a soldier on leave during World War II. The Harvey Girls, 1946, in this Western musical, Garland played a mail-order bride heading west. The film is notable for the song On the Atchison, Topeka and the Santa Fe, which won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Easter Parade, 1948, co-starring Fred Astaire, this film was another major hit. Garland showed her prowess in both singing and dancing in this classic musical. In the Good Old Summertime, 1949, this musical film, co-starring Van Johnson, was a light-hearted romantic comedy and featured Garland's singing talents. Summer Stock, 1950, Garland's last film with MGM, co-starring Gene Kelly, is remembered for her spirited performance of Get Happy. Throughout this decade, Garland's films were a mix of musicals and dramatic roles, showcasing her range as a performer. However, the 1940s were also a turbulent time for her personally. She faced several challenges, including issues with her physical and mental health, struggles with addiction, and the pressures of fame. Despite these struggles, Garland's films from this era remain beloved classics, testament to her enduring talent and appeal. Judy Garland was the mother of 3 children, each of whom inherited a measure of her immense talent and charisma. Her children are Liza Minnelli, born March 12, 1946. Liza is Garland's daughter with her second husband, Vincente Minnelli, a renowned film director. Following in her mother's footsteps, Liza Minnelli became a celebrated actress and singer. She is especially famous for her Academy Award-winning role in the film Cabaret, 1972. Liza has also had a successful stage career, winning a Tony Award for her performance in Flora the Red Menace and acclaimed for her concert performances. Lorna Luft, born November 21, 1952, Lorna is Garland's daughter with her third husband, Sidney Luft. She is an actress and singer, known for her work in television, film, and theater. Luft has also written about her experiences as Judy Garland's daughter in a memoir, providing insights into the complexities of growing up in the shadow of a legendary mother. Joey Luft, born March 29, 1955, Joey is Garland's son, also with Sidney Luft. He has kept a lower profile compared to his sisters but has occasionally appeared in media to talk about his mother and her legacy. Garland's relationship with her children was marked by her intense love for them, but also by the challenges posed by her career and personal struggles. Despite her frequent absences due to work and health issues, her children have spoken about the warmth and affection she showed them when they were together. All three children have, in various ways, been involved in the entertainment industry and have contributed to preserving and honoring Judy Garland's legacy. Liza Minnelli, in particular, has achieved a level of fame and acclaim that parallels that of her mother, while Lorna Luft has also made significant contributions to the arts. Joey Luft, while less public, has participated in events and projects that celebrate his mother's memory. Judy Garland's later years were marked by professional triumphs as well as personal struggles, leading up to her untimely death in 1969. In the 1950s, Garland's film career slowed down, partly due to her personal struggles and issues with MGM. However, she made a successful transition to television and concert performances. Her concert at Carnegie Hall on April 23, 1961, was a significant highlight, resulting in a live recording that won 4 Grammy Awards and is often described as the greatest night in show business history. Garland had her own television series, The Judy Garland Show, which aired from 1963 to 1964. Despite critical acclaim, particularly for Garland's performances, the show struggled with changes in format and competition from other popular programs, leading to its cancellation after 1 season. Garland's later years were increasingly dominated by her long-standing struggles with drug and alcohol addiction, financial difficulties, and tumultuous personal relationships. She was married 5 times, and her marriages were often marked by strife and instability. Despite these challenges, Garland continued to perform in the late 1960s. She remained a popular and beloved figure, particularly on the concert stage. However, her health was deteriorating, exacerbated by years of addiction and the pressures of stardom. Judy Garland died on June 22, 1969, in London at the age of 47. The cause of death was determined to be an accidental overdose of barbiturates. Her death was a profound shock to her fans and the entertainment industry, marking the end of an era. Garland's death did not diminish her status as a cultural icon. Her talent as a singer and actress, her struggles, and her resilience in the face of personal challenges have continued to resonate with fans and artists alike. She is remembered not only for her remarkable performances but also as a symbol of the triumphs and tragedies experienced by many in the entertainment industry. Judy Garland's impact on the world of entertainment and popular culture remains significant. Her performances, particularly in The Wizard of Oz, continue to enchant new generations of fans, and her music and films are celebrated for their emotional depth and artistry. Her life, with its dramatic highs and lows, continues to be a subject of fascination and inspiration.